When it comes to loyalty, pets serve as best mates. Some people love animals and are willing to pay unimaginable prices just to be with some of them. Owning a pet is like having a child that you can't directly speak to, but you still love them with all your heart. Even popular pets like dogs and cats can add up due to all the supplies and medical care. Yet, if you're looking for a rare exotic pet, then the purchase price alone will be enough to break your bank. Did you know some pets cost as much as planes or yachts, or even more? Well, if you didn't, you're in luck, because we are here to shock you. Are you ready? Here are the top 10 most expensive pets of all time. Let's get to it. Number 10. Savanna cat, $20,000. This one is one hell of a cutie. The Savanna cat is a hybrid between a normal domestic cat and an African serval. The animal's personality is magnetic, playful, adventurous, and loyal. If you look after the cat well, then in them you can have 15 to 20 years of companionship. The animals are tall and slender and extremely friendly. Surprisingly enough, they enjoy playing in the water. After damaging your bank account with the initial $20,000, you'll need another $1,000 monthly to maintain the cat's playful attitude by feeding it well. Guess who recently broke the bank and purchased the animal? None other than the Canadian pop singer Justin Bieber. Whatever soft spot this guy has for exotic animals is starting to look really creepy. The breed retains the large perked ears, long legs and spotted coat of its African cat heritage, while keeping the friendly demeanor of a domestic pet. One thing to know about Savannas, these kitties are big. Adult Savanna cats can grow up to 17 inches tall and weigh 25 pounds, depending on generation. Though they were introduced a couple of decades ago, Savanna cats are still a relatively rare breed. A few states even have restrictions on them, often depending on generation. If you're looking for a lazy lap cat, a Savanna is probably not the best choice. This athletic and active feline is more likely to leap onto the top of your kitchen cabinets than she is to sit idly by her food bowl. Number 9. Lavender Albino Ball Python, $40,000. In all honesty, snakes are not the friendliest of animals, but this particular reptile is an exception. Its color is a beautiful lavender shade with golden markings as a result of a rare genetic recession. This python also has sharp ruby red eyes. With time, the animal can grow between 3 to 5 feet long and needs to be fed well at least once a week. You've probably seen models coiling the snake around their necks during photo shoots. A move that I totally rebuke as it is scary and only need people with laminated hearts. In this current world of domestic reptiles, there are few pets more popular than the ball python. But breeders were not content with the standard black and white coloration of this species. After many years of concentrated breeding efforts, wild morphs of ball pythons now exist in many colors. Perhaps none is more striking than the lavender albino ball python, which is a mix of yellow spots over a light lavender base color, making for one of the most unique appearances in the reptile kingdom. Ball pythons are relatively hardy snakes and they aren't particularly susceptible to disease. Moreover, they're generally quite docile, making them easy to handle. Overall, they're some of the best reptile pets you can find. Lavender albinos just happen to be a more dazzling version of the same snake. Number 8. Camels, $55,000. These desert animals do not come cheap, as many people may think. Apart from being used for transportation, and in some cultures for paying dowry, having a camel as a pet will critically damage your budget. Maintaining the animal is not much of a task. Just make sure you have lots of water and fodder. If you get tired, you can decide and turn it into a delicacy. Wait, are you thinking about the camels in the Aladdin movie? You better not. Camels were domesticated more than 3,000 years ago, and to this day, humans depend on them for transport across arid environments. They can easily carry an extra 200 pounds while walking 20 miles a day in the harsh desert. Camels can travel as fast as horses, but can also endure legendary periods of time without food or water. Humans have used camels for their wool, milk, meat, leather, and even dung, which can be used for fuel. Number 7. Chimpanzees, $60,000. The fallen king of pop, Michael Jackson, is one prominent figure who flaunted his chimpanzee pet in public. These are the closest pets to human beings, not only because Charles Darwin, the father of evolution, said so, but because they have emotions, they listen, they even cry. Unfortunately, the two common species, the bonobo and common chimp, are endangered. Several countries okay the ownership of chimp, so just a little financial backup for the upkeep and you'll be good to go. Chimpanzees might seem like an alluring exotic pet with their human-like expressions and entertaining antics. However, they're very difficult to care for properly. While they are extraordinarily intelligent and affectionate animals, as they grow, this intelligence can lead to boredom and destructive behavior. Plus, chimpanzees thrive in social settings, and adult chimps can be twice as strong as humans. You must be able to dedicate a lot of time to these animals and have a large, durable enclosure in which you can house them. Chimps also require a varied diet to stay healthy. Most people are not able to meet their overall care needs. Number 6. Arabian horse, $100,000. The first pet to hit a six-figure digit on the video is the insanely popular Arabian horse. It is reported to be first bred by nomadic people of Bedouin of the Arabian Peninsula thousands of years ago. The arched neck and high carry-tailed animal are adored for their ability to bond with their caregiver. It's perfectly suited for endurance riding and can peak at an insane speed. The purebred Arabian horse is striking. An Arabian's most identifiable characteristics are its finely chiseled head, dished face, long arching neck, and high tail carriage. Its entire appearance exudes energy, intelligence, courage, and nobility. Every time an Arabian moves in its famous, quote, floating trot, end quote, he announces to the world his proud, graceful nature. In general, Arabians have a short, straight back, usually one less vertebrae than is common with other breeds, perfect balance and symmetry, a deep chest, well-sprung ribs, strong legs of thick density, and a more horizontal pelvic bone position. Number 5. White lion cubs, $140,000. You can take a trip across the northern and southern hemispheres and still fail to spot a single white lion. This is because they are sporadic. They exist by sheer chance due to a rare color mutation. They were first spotted in South Africa in 1938. Since the animal can barely survive alone, buyers are advised to take a pair, a move that can potentially dent your financial prowess. Maybe we need a timeout with Mike Tyson on how he used to live with his tiger. Regarded as divine by some African cultures, white lions first became known to the English-speaking world in 1977 through the book The White Lions of Timbavati. White lions are not albinos. Their white color is caused by a recessive trait called leucism, derived from a less severe mutation in the same gene that causes albinism, distinct from the gene responsible for white tigers. They vary from blonde to near white. This coloration does not appear to pose a disadvantage to their survival. While lions were considered to have been technically extinct in the wild between 1992 and 2004, when the Global White Lion Protection Trust achieved the first successful reintroduction of this species to their natural habitat. Number 4. Red Tibetan Mastiff, $582,000. This is one of the scariest, at the same time, the most beautiful dog you're going to come across. The intelligent, strong and tenacious dog can weigh up to 73 kilograms. From the price tag, I strongly believe this pet is only for the ultra-wealthy. Most of them cost about $500,000, except for the rare one that sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million in 2011. The ancient Tibetan Mastiff is the guardian dog supreme. These densely coated giants are mellow and calm around the house, sweetly devoted to family and aloof and territorial with strangers. Coming face to face with this ancient behemoth, an intruder up to no good will likely move on to easier pickings. The dogs can stand 26 inches at the shoulder. It's impossible to discuss this breed without leaning on words like powerful, muscular, massive and substantial. And yet, Tibetan Mastiffs are quite light-footed and will meet a perceived threat with surprising agility. The broad head with its high-set, V-shaped ears and expressive brown eyes projects a noble, sagacious expression. Before revealing the top 3 most expensive pets in the world, kindly show us some love by subscribing to our channel. Also, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's continue. Number 3. Missy Missy, $1.2 million. Her name is beautiful, but her price is not. Missy is the world-famous Holstein cow that costs a whopping $1.2 million in an auction purchase back in 2009. The Canadian-born pet is particularly outstanding when it comes to how much milk it produces. The cow ejects 50% more milk than your ordinary cow, a factor that I still struggle to find befitting for the price, since with that amount you can buy an entire ranch with hundreds of animals inside. The purchase made Missy the most expensive cow in the world at the time. She was the 5th cow in the world and the 2nd in Canada to have been sold for over $1 million. Her prior owner and breeder, Blois Thompson of East Side Holsteins, stated that, quote, "She's the most valuable young cow in the world at the time and is one of the top show cows in North America," end quote. She was also the grand champion of the 2009 Western Fall National Show. Number 2. Sir Lancelot Encore Labrador, $16 million. If you thought regular dogs were expensive, think again. Cloning your dog is often more expensive than buying any purebred puppy. The reason some people choose this route is because they just can't let their dog go. They want to have a nearly identical dog when their dog passes away. Instead of looking at the coronavirus as a sign of end times, I think this stands a better chance than the pandemic. How on earth can a dog cost that much? With $16 million, one can purchase up to 5 private jets. The dog's astronomical price is down to the fact that it was the first clone dog ever. It is a complete clone of its former self, and if you never believed in science, this is the platform for you to confess. The miraculous existence of this dog is being kept alive by allowing it to father more and more of its kind. So if you have uncommitted $16 million, you know what to do. Number 1. Green Monkey, $16 million. You and I know green monkeys don't exist. What we are talking about here is a racehorse. The American thoroughbred racehorse is the most expensive pet in the world. Why would a horse cost this much? It would only be fair to ask. This horse is on record as the fastest racehorse ever, clocking a mile in just under 9.8 seconds. Green Monkey comes from a family of thoroughbreeding. His father, Forestry, was also fast, but not like him. He was auctioned at Sue Magnier for $16 million in 2009, a record that he still firmly holds. Most kids have dreamed of having their very own pony, but having a thoroughbred racing horse is an entirely different story. Like most horses, their care is not easy either. They need to eat 15 to 20 pounds of clean grass every day, and thinking about cleaning up after them is already exhausting enough. So, caring for one of these active horses can feel like a full-time job. That's all on our video about the top 10 most expensive pets. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.